Char Margolis, Char Communications Incorporated, and CharVision LLC do not endorse or offer for any purpose but entertainment the views of any guest or other expert on CharVision or UBN.
I knew things before they happened from the time I was a child. At the age of 8, I saw a spirit at the foot of my bed and didn't know what it was. And in my 20s, I finally realized I had a special ability that could help others. I have learned that love never dies. There is a spirit world that can communicate with us, and we all have the gift of intuition. Join me, and together we will explore the possibilities of the unknown from beyond and more. This is CharVision. Hey, hi everybody. It's Sunny, who's already falling asleep, and Char. Oops. Guess what? Let's start this all over again. Oh wait, Tony, this is like my ex-husband. Oh no, wait. There you go. I think I'm okay, right? Yes. Can you hear me? Okay, let's start all over again. Hi everybody. It's Sunny, who's already falling asleep, and Char. And today is October 25th. 2019, in case you're watching on YouTube, or in case it's many, many, many years from now and I'm just a spirit haunting you. Ooh. So, today, my guest is my friend, and her name is Christian Capobinaco. Did I say it right?
You certainly did.
Thank you. And Christian is like a miracle. Christian's life has been a miracle. And we're going to talk about that because we at CharVision love to hear stories that uplift us and give us hope. So, I don't have your bio in front of me, but I know you are an amazing producer. So what did you start doing in the Well, first of all, everybody, she's a life coach. This is her reincarnation. She's an incredible life coach. I will not give names or anything, but I know for a fact she does miracles in life coaching. If you need a life coach, how do people get a hold of you?
Usually word of mouth.
Word of mouth. So you're going to have to probably get a hold of my office, and we'll figure out how to get you to Christian.
But thank you, Char, for having me. And Sunny,
of course.
I adore Sunny. Thank you so much. This is such a treat for me. And thank you for saying all that nice stuff.
Well, no, but beautiful. It's true, and I mean it.
Well, thank you.
And later on, I'll tell the story of when we went to the Magic Castle.
Oh, my God. I was just telling my friend Sophie about I was driving here. She's in New York, and I was telling her about the time we went to the Magic Castle.
We'll talk about it after. Okay, so, but first, tell us, what shows did you produce? Is that what you started doing?
When I grew up in Boston, and I moved to California, I got into USC. Mm-hmm. The right way. Mm-hmm. And my undergrad was in film. And then when I came out, I started working on films. I worked with Tony Scott. He was my mentor at the time. He directed Last Boy Scout. Mm-hmm. And I started working on that. I did Lethal Weapon 3. And I was a camera assistant. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I started producing my own films and commercials and documentaries. I've done a lot of documentaries in the day.
Like which ones are you
one of the ones I did that one of the ones I'm most proud of was I went to Auschwitz, which is the real name for Auschwitz. And I worked on a project for the Museum of Heritage out of New York, and we did a short documentary from there, and it went to I think the Spielberg Foundation had a lot to do with some of the screenings of it, and so
because he's so involved. With all of that.
There was that, and so those
the Holocaust.
It was the last synagogue. They had found the last synagogue in Auschwitz, and it had turned into a carpet. It was a carpet company or something, but they had did all this digging and found all these incredible artifacts, and we met a lot of amazing
Is it
people.
in the museum now?
No, now they made the temple actually.
Oh, they made
a
the
museum.
temple?
Yes.
Oh.
They bought it back. A family bought it back, and made it put all the artifacts there back in and kept it that way. So it's been nice.
What moved you to do the Holocaust?
You know, I was offered the job, so I took it.
Oh,
and
I see.
I had never been, and so it was.
That's
it moved me in so many ways.
And you
it
learn
changes
so
you.
much.
Oh my
right?
gosh!
It changes.
It changes you. It changes your heart, your soul, your mind.
I was. I went to Dachau. I was traveling, and I said I really need to go see Dachau, and it does change you.
Yeah.
To know to the ovens and to see how the Jews were persecuted.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
But you know what? You know what's happening now with the Kurds?
Yeah. Oh.
Come on.
I can't even.
It's not right.
No. My God, beyond.
It's so not right.
Yeah. See, you know, it's interesting. I've completely I had to pull away on some level. My
From the
caring,
media?
Yes. The grieving. We're grieving everything. The climate, we're grieving everything every day with what's been happening. And with this story that it's so overwhelming.
In this day and age, we would think that human beings would have learned our lesson already, our karmic lesson, because what goes around comes around.
So why do you think that is, Char? I mean, why is
money and greed?
Yeah.
Money and greed. And guess what? When we die, none of that matters.
Oh gosh, no.
You can't take it with you, kid.
No.
You know,
No.
it's all about our deeds and who we are, and our thoughts and our prayers and our love and our compassion and our empathy for others.
Yeah.
And that's what we take with us.
Yeah.
What did we do to make this world a better place?
Yeah.
That's what it takes. Now, some people's mission is just to save a stray kitty off the street. And that's enough.
More than anything.
If that's what they're doing, that's enough. I mean, not everybody has to move mountains.
Exactly. You know, I just saw this film on Netflix. It was Inside the Brain of Bill Gates. So I watched it recently, and his mom was in the film, and it appears briefly, and she had a quote, and I just can't stop thinking about this the last week. She said, "It's not what you give. It's not what you get. It's who you've become."
Ooh. Wait, it's not what
you give. It's not what you get. It's who you've become.
Who you've become.
And I watched a 2-part series. It's a great
Wow.
piece on him. And I just haven't stopped thinking about that. It's just, and it's so true. It's what you're saying. It's who we become. It's who we are. And that I mean,
it's also about, do we give back, and are we compassionate to others?
No, oh my goodness, we always have to give back. We have to give. We have to receive. You have to open your arms to receive. Because you're making, when I give to somebody or when you give to somebody, you feel like, oh, I can't, So by letting them give to me, it's like I'm letting them go, oh my God, they're feeling, it's
they're
like, oh, I don't need that. But
they're
it's like,
excited to give.
I may not need the thing.
Right.
But I need to be open and I need them to feel. It allows them to feel.
It does.
And that's what it's about.
You're
have
so
to do
generous.
both.
You're so generous of heart, and you're so sensitive to life. And seriously, tell everybody how many times you had breast cancer.
Well, I'm a 3-time breast cancer survivor.
3
times. Yeah.
How the heck did you figure that one out?
It was a tough one because it happened, the first diagnosis, I won't get into it, but the first one, I was 33 years old, I'm 57, and it was in 1990, I don't even know. And there were no pink ribbons. There were no Revlon. There was no UCLA Revlon or any of that stuff. So I didn't know. I didn't know how to handle it. Everybody called it a bump, not a lump.
A bump?
You know when you find a lump?
They called it a bump?
I did. I didn't know. I mean,
Wow.
I remember going like this, looking in the yellow pages for a place to go. I was like, breast bumps. Like, I didn't know.
So what, you felt a bump? Is that
I felt a lump. Yeah.
You felt a lump.
And then went.
So had you had a mammogram?
No, I was 33 at the time. And there, at that time, there were, with mammography, the type of photography that it is, it's much, much more advanced now. But at that time, a 33-year-old woman, it doesn't really capture the tissues that it needs to when you're that young.
Oh, my.
So health insurance companies didn't allow you to get it. Even if
you didn't
paid
have
for-
insurance?
No, I didn't at the time because I was freelancing.
Oh.
But even if I did, you couldn't get a mammogram at 33. Now you can, but at that time they didn't allow mammograms for women. Women's health, don't even get me going. They didn't even allow women's health, women to get a mammogram until you were 40, I think it was. But I had to go get it and had to do some biopsies and all that because, again, the mammography at the time was able to photograph but wasn't as advanced as it is now. And now with breast cancer in the last 20-something years has been on the rise, you can go in at an early age.
And how did
to
you
get
find the second one?
I just didn't feel well, so I went back in, and it was there again. And the one thing with breast cancer is that it spreads. It's not just here. It can be in your hip. Did
Did it spread?
Well, it had spread to the other side.
To the other breast.
Yeah. So we took care of that, and
So you had a double mastectomy.
no, it was not a double.
No.
I had a lumpectomy with heavy chemo and radiation. We did a lot of Adromycin Cytoxin. At the time, it was the really big thing, thank God. And then the second time, same side.
Right.
And then we did different cocktails. And then Herceptin had just been invented. And they were only giving it to women with a reoccurrence.
Right.
Because they didn't have enough, so they say. Don't even get me going.
What?
I know, right? So I was able
they're
to do
saying
the Herceptin.
right now, on the news, because you don't listen to the news. They're
Well,
saying,
I listened to it, but
they're saying that there's not enough medicine for children for a certain cancer that children
Well, that's
get.
not true. It's absolutely not true.
What
It's
the
not
F
true.
is that?
Yeah, so
oh
they did that.
My
So
God,
they
there's children. Yeah, so go on. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
so the same thing here. They give women that were just diagnosed, they couldn't get it, even though they knew it would work out the gate. They only gave it to the reoccurrent because they said there wasn't enough. So I was able to be the first kind of to get in the Herceptin. And then the third one was the second breast. And that was a whole different, that was
That was a mastectomy.
Yeah, they both were
Right.
eventually. I was I think 47 I think when that one came. And things were a lot different then. But yeah, this new drug that they're trying to keep from children.
What?
This is, again,
Do you know about it?
Well, I just what I'm reading about it.
Right.
But like you said, this, where are the human beings? We are beings. We are becoming.
Right.
I think. I hope. And they know what they're doing, and this is they're not doing it.
And it's all about the drug companies and the FDA. You know what? There's this product that I take to not get sinus infections, which I used to get all the time. And the FDA it's a holistic thing. They took it off the market.
Well, that's because
I went and bought a bunch of it.
Right, but that's because you're not seeing a doctor.
No, I am. I'm seeing holistic doctors.
You're
they're
seeing
medical
holistic-
doctors.
right.
They do holistic work,
which I see
but
too.
they're making them take it off the market.
Because the other prescriptions are much more expensive, and they go to
and
Pfizer, Merck.
And I
all that.
literally was on antibiotics like 2 times a year, sometimes 3 times a year, and I haven't, touch wood, been on them for 4 years.
That's amazing.
I mean, amazing. The stuff
Yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah, and
so
that's why. That's why they want you to stay sick.
They want us to stay sick.
I know that's sad to say, but that's the truth.
That's the FDA.
Yeah.
What our world, our country is a mess.
It's the country's a mess, absolutely. But I also think it's
political.
It is, but it's everywhere.
It's
Char.
money.
It's everywhere.
Our world is a mess.
People have lost. I feel the faith, the hope, people have lost the trust in their neighbor. I mean, everybody is in a desperate, emotional and spiritual desperation right now is what I feel.
But you know, the thing that really moved me in a really positive way was we have fires in California right now, and they're in a lot of different pockets of California.
Sonoma today.
Yeah, Sonoma, but there's also in Canyon Country and some other places, and people were helping neighbors. Neighbors were helping neighbors.
Nice, yeah.
I mean,
but does it actually have to come to like that kind of a...
Maybe, because I mean, it really should be the people in charge helping us, not the person running the FDA and not the person running the government. Yeah. I mean, it should be that.
Yeah.
But where's the compassion? You know, where is it?
That's what we're wondering. That's what we're. Again, I think people had compassion. Some people do have compassion. Absolutely, and they help a lot of people. Like you said, whether it's the one person on the street that saves one kitty, or like the film I saw the other night with Bill Gates, for example. He's not perfect, but he was, doing this huge project, years and years and years. He's been working on it. Him and Melinda Gates, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And they were putting toilets and running water in third world countries.
Oh, and God bless them.
And it's taken, you should watch the film. It's taken so many tries, and little kids were bathing. They were in the
bathtub?
The water.
They were so excited
not the sea, but the river. And they were, but it was where all the human waste was going, and they were all getting sick and dying.
Oh, gee.
And this was going on up until like 5 years ago. It's like, like what? So they've been doing all this kind of cool stuff with that, and
I think
helping
they should send them to Mar-a-Lago.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes. I don't know if they'll go. That's a lot to clean up. That's a lot of sewage to clean up. I don't know.
That's a lot of sewage to clean up.
Somebody got to go.
What? Okay, so I know you're an amazing life coach. So I want to talk about this because a lot of people need a lot of coaching these days.
Yeah.
What prompted you to switch careers from producing?
I've been producing and came out of USC Film School, and I was doing it for a long time and writing, and I had a great time. And I guess the older I got, the more it didn't mean as much to me to do that. I mean, my creative outlet has always been photography. I still do that. I'm still able to.
Oh, you are a photographer.
Be with my wacky friends and
your creative friends. Because you're so creative.
Yeah, and I'm still able to do that. We write. We do. We are always putting on something. It's so that part of me.
Okay, so you're still writing.
Yeah, I'm still writing.
Aren't you friends with? Oh, who am I? I've got a mental block. Frankie and Grace and Frankie.
Oh, Lily, yes,
Lily
Tomlin. Yes, I am. Yeah.
She's amazing.
Oh my gosh, she's amazing.
Is she so funny in person?
Beyond. And talk about compassion and heart and generosity. I mean, and creativity, obviously.
Amazing person.
Such a great soul.
Is Grace, Frankie, and Grace coming back? Do you know?
Yeah, they're doing. They're doing.
God, it takes. I love that show, and it takes so long for it to come back.
I know.
So okay, so you're still with your creative fun friends.
I have to have that, absolutely.
And I do too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm with my crazy creative fun friends, and then I'm with the people that talk to dead people, right?
Yes.
And what do you call it? Crazy?
The crazy fun people, right? But at the same time, I can't change the world, but if I can save, like you said, or help the one kitty at the time, and I'm just quoting you.
And you are, because that kid might find a cure for cancer.
Yeah. You don't
or
know.
AIDS.
Exactly.
Or
be kind to one other person.
Or help.
Just ask somebody
their
name.
Global warming.
Yeah. I mean, exactly, on those large scales, but at the same time, there's the homelessness. It's beyond
homelessness.
It's beyond, and a lot of people. Whether you're, when I look at it like this, Char, homelessness, obvious, you don't have a home, but I think a lot of people that I've met recently, which to answer your question in a long way, home is that there's a lot of homelessness emotionally and spiritually. I think a lot of people don't have that. A home provides comfort, security, safety. And a lot of people may have the roof over their head, but they don't have the comfort. They don't have the safety. They don't have that feeling. So the homelessness, just metaphorically, is really, I think, has affected so many people on so many levels. So there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of doubt. There's a lot of I think there's just a lot of fear in the political correctness of everything now, and kids, and the bullying, and the cyber, and the internet, and giving kids cell phones, and not learning to
communicate.
I just remember when I was a kid, I would have to go face to face with my little buddy. Say, you know what? This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm feeling, and I feel sad, or I don't like what you did. And they can say, well, I don't like what you did. You did it first. And I would go, you know what? I did it first. I'm sorry. We don't, or whatever, or vice versa, whatever.
Right.
I mean, but there's this.
Yeah. There's no humanity in it.
There's no face to face. There's no, touch.
So when
There's
you
no moments of touch.
do life coaching, do you tell people to put their phones down for a while, or
yeah, absolutely. I mean, can you imagine you and I sitting here having
and
this
then
beautiful
texting?
discussion, and then I go, wait, hold on one second. I go, oh my God, no, oh my God, oh no, she didn't. What? Like, I think people need to stay in the moment. I'm in this moment. What is my world? I'm with Sonny and Char.
And
Tony,
yeah,
and I'm here in Burbank,
and we're in the moment.
I don't need to be somewhere else.
Because I even when I do readings for people, I hyper focus.
Yeah,
I hyper focus on them, and I have to be in the moment. And if I'm not, they're not getting a good reading.
Well, it's not. I agree, they're not getting a good reading. But you know what they're not getting? They're not getting the pleasure of you.
Oh, that's so
they're
sweet.
Not getting a move. They're not
always,
getting anything moved inside.
But I always give 110%. I always hyper focus in my readings. It's the only way I can listen to what's being downloaded. But even with what you're doing, you're teaching young people.
They're usually in their 20s.
To understand communication and emotion and reactions.
Yeah. Yeah, and to self-soothe, learning how to self-soothe, which is pretty interesting. When I was in my 20s, I self-soothe. I was like, what? I don't even know what that means back in the day. But I guess now when I look back, I had certain things that I did to self-soothe when I was going through anxieties or insecurities or not knowing what to do. But today, the bombardment of just so many things, when I was 10 years old, I didn't know what was happening in Africa and Syria and Afghanistan, Turkey.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Boston, but there was no this.
Boston.
Yeah.
Boston.
Yeah, so you either watch the news, it's 11 o'clock,
right?
But they didn't go all around the world then.
Right.
So now we know what's happening in every nook and cranny of every world of everything, and people post and all this stuff. I'm not on social media, which I like to call anti-social media.
Right. Okay.
Because it just, for me,
it's so much easier to live without doing that. I'm on it, and I'm grateful to everybody who follows me, and I love it when I hear from everybody. And don't get me wrong, but it's another job.
It is another job. So to go back to the beginning of our conversation when you said, I'm working now, I'm a life coach, and I'm getting my
your doctorate or your master's
my
in psychology.
Second master's, but I'm going to do it in psychology.
That's going to be amazing, and you're supposed to do that.
Full-time psychologist. So, and I'll do that. But for now, I have to do this while I'm. But
you're still in school.
Oh yeah, while I'm doing that.
That's
at night.
unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
and then you're
nonstop.
Coaching at night.
All day.
How do you sleep? When do you sleep?
Usually 12 to 6.
I have a feeling you're supposed to write a book.
Okay.
Have you thought this?
I have thought this.
I have a really strong gut feeling you're supposed to write a book. And also you just are so smart and you're so brilliant that you can take this knowledge of helping people in this day and age of social media and talk about communication.
Mm-hmm. Communicating with yourself.
With
that's
yourself.
That's the biggest part.
I think that's what your book, your dissertation, or your book, or whatever.
It could be both, yeah.
Before someone else does it.
Okay.
And what is that the main thing that you're working with kids, is to be in the moment?
Is to be in the moment. I mean, most of the young people I work with now are in their 20s, and they're either, living in the past, they're living in the future. My dear friend, Mr. Taylor Negron, who I still adore, he's not with us right now, but he used to always say, when people would come up to him, they'd say, "Oh, wow, where do you live? I'll meet you there. Sure, I'll come over for a coffee. Where do you live?" And he always would say, "The past." And we would laugh.
He lives in the past?
That's where he lived.
Oh.
So, I think people aren't in this moment. They're in the past, listening and hearing and feeling and living what they should have done at that moment, which they didn't do, or their fears in the future, or what they want. But to stay in the moment, this is where
So that's the advice you would give us, is to be in the moment.
Well,
and to be compassionate to others.
Yeah, but, I just feel like, and I don't want to downplay the Char, because that is how I feel, but I sometimes feel like, and again, it's not a downplay. I just feel like that's like a bumper sticker. It's like, be yourself, stay in the moment. And then I call these kids, or I meet them, and they go, "What are you doing?" They're like, "I don't want to see you. I don't want to come into the office." I go, "All right, where are you?"
They want to do it on the phone?
No, I go, "Well, where are you?" They said, "Well, I'm walking on Venice Beach on Lincoln and Rose."
So what do you do?
I meet them on Lincoln and Rose.
You go to them.
I drive right to them.
God bless this woman, you guys.
I drive
You call
right to them.
Char's office if you want to get a hold.
Yes, absolutely.
Because it's word of mouth. She
Well,
doesn't even publicize her business.
No, because again, it's like it just happens. It just happens. So
It's
I will meet
amazing.
you. I'll drive there and meet you, and they go, "I don't want to get in your car." I go, "Okay. What do you
So
want to
you
do?"
sit on Venice Beach and watch the
I
muscle
sit
men.
on the sidewalk outside around the corner
That's amazing.
next to a laundromat that I've never been in my life, and I'll walk in and buy something from the vending machine because they haven't, they've been so out of it all day. They just want to sit there and have something, and we'll just sit on the street corner. And if we're there 5 hours, we're there 5 hours. If we're there 1 hour, we're there 1 hour. 10 minutes, we'll get in the car
incredible.
and go.
You really, though, have that the heart of when in the 60s. Did you grow up in the 60s or
I
the
was born
70s?
in 62, so 70s.
70s. Yeah, you have the heart of the 60s and 70s of when people were fighting for freedom and fighting for.
And that's what they're doing now. They're fighting in here. There's a freedom in here. Not to take away, obviously, from the 60s and all those giant, beautiful movements, but the personal freedom, the freedom to wake up in the morning, feel okay about who you are becoming, and forgive yourself for some stuff maybe you should have done and didn't do.
Right.
But learn from it. Like I always tell my kids, I go, you know what? There's no mistakes. There are no mistakes. There's only mistakes.
Mistakes.
Oh, it's not a mistake.
That's
it's a
profound.
mistake.
You really
go
need
back and do it
you
again.
You need to write this book.
Yeah. Okay. I will.
I really, really feel that.
Okay.
I'll give you an endorsement if you want.
I will take it. Absolutely.
Okay.
I will.
Let's do this. Okay. So can I tell the story about when we went to
Magic?
Oh my Magic Castle. But do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
So when you go to the. Okay, so first of all, we have a mutual friend, and she invited us to the Magic Castle with her mom, and we love our mutual friend.
Absolutely.
With all our heart.
Yes.
So, okay, so when you go into the Magic Castle, I don't know if anyone's ever been there, but it's a historical place for magicians from all over the world. But when you go in there, to get into the main room, you have to say to the door, "Open sesame." So Christian is so sweet to me, and the first time she met me was when I was doing a reading for her, and she had the utmost of respect for me, and it took things so seriously. And most people who really know me know that I really have a sense of humor. So we were eating, and she says, "Oh, I have to go to the ladies' room." And I said, "Oh, well, you have to stand in front of the stall and say, 'Open Sesame.'" So tell them what you did.
Oh my God! You tell them. You have a
So
better way of saying it.
So she goes to the bathroom, and I'm sitting there laughing, and I'm telling my friend, "Guess what I did?" Yeah, that's what I told her to do. Meanwhile, the time goes on, and Christian is not showing up.
Oh my God!
And finally,
I was so hungry.
She was so hungry because she was late as it was, and her food was sitting there getting cold.
Well, Gina called me 5 minutes before and said, "Get to the Magic Castle."
I know, but thank God you came.
I did.
So she finally gets to the table, and we said, "What took so long?" She goes, "I'm standing in front of the GD damn door, the stall saying 'Open Sesame,' and these people are looking at me like I'm crazy."
Oh yeah, I was a nut.
And the door wasn't opening. And I had to go. I had to pee. Meanwhile,
you didn't have to say that. And I was like, "You got to be kidding me, Char. I am so going to get you for this. Oh my God. So I raced back to the table. And I was beside myself.
Yeah,
but it was hilarious.
It was hilarious. And I love you for letting me do that because
God.
really,
it was a good one.
That
was a good one.
It was a good one.
That was a good one.
But you were so adorable, and I knew, because you were just so serious about me. But I do seriously want to tell you that I do feel that you're going to be in a relationship again.
Oh my God.
And I know that's one of your questions for me.
Yeah.
So I feel like it'll come when you least expect it. And I don't know. I just feel like I think somebody younger.
Okay.
I think. But just be open-minded.
Okay.
And give it time, because you really want to be in a relationship again, don't you?
I think I'm ready.
Okay, good.
I really do. I don't have any time.
I think that's
but
that's really special.
I think I'm ready to. It's not that I want to be in a relationship per se, because I'm in relationships. I mean, I have been so blessed with so many friends and families of all kinds, and and I have so many relationships that I adore. I adore. I mean, I'm supposed to meet my landlord tomorrow. He wants to give me a Halloween gift. I don't know what it is, but I was like, okay. He's like 98, so of course I'm going to meet him. And I go, okay. And we have a special relationship. I mean,
But you're talking about somebody that.
But a relationship, exactly. I wanted
somebody of the heart.
Somebody of the heart, like a romantic heart.
Yeah.
I'm getting older.
Yeah, you're getting older, but you're not done yet. But that's what I feel for you. I am so grateful that you were able to be here today. I promise my Char visionaries that I would do readings. So I have to go do that now.
Okay, yes, absolutely.
So I want to go do that now. I want to read for people, but I will you come back and tell us some stories again?
Absolutely, I will. And
I adore you.
I adore you.
Thank you,
Sonny. You were amazing.
He's
I could
the
feel your
star.
vibe. He's Sonny.
He's the star.
Please.
I mean, people watch just because of Sonny.
Well, I was here. I'm here because of Sonny.
Right. It's
And
all
you.
about
And
Sonny.
you.
Okay.
Thank you, Char.
We're gonna cut to commercial, and we'll be right back. Thank you. Hey everybody, it's Sunny and Char, and I just wanted to answer a couple questions. People have been calling the office and texting and emailing. Do I do private sessions? Well, yes, I do. And I love reading for my clients. I do phone, Skype, FaceTime, and in person if we're in the same city. I also teach intuition. So if you have an interest in doing that, or if you're interested in getting your family together and you want a group reading, I do those as well. So just call 248-909-2427, ask for Nicole, and I look forward to reading for you. Thanks. Hey everybody, it's Sunny and Char, and I am so excited. I am over the moon to share with you that I have a new book coming out called The Universe is Calling You. And there's an amazing foreword by RuPaul. There's an endorsement by Chris Colfer. It's about understanding your intuition. It's about protecting yourself from negative energies. It's about understanding your essence and your true purpose and your soul's purpose on this earth. You can get it at barnesandnoble.com. You can get it at amazon.com. I would love for you to order the book and let me know what you think of it. Write a review for us if you feel like it. Thanks so much. Hey everybody, it's Sunny and Char, and I am so excited. I am over the moon to share with you that I have a new book coming out called The Universe is Calling You. And there's an amazing foreword by RuPaul. There's an endorsement by Chris Colfer. It's about understanding your intuition. It's about protecting yourself from negative energies. It's about understanding your essence and your true purpose and your soul's purpose on this earth. You can get it at barnesandnoble.com. You can get it at amazon.com. I would love for you to order the book and let me know what you think of it. Write a review for us if you feel like it. Thanks so much. Okie dokie, we're back. Okay, let's get our first caller in. Hello.
Hello.
How are
Hi.
you? How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for calling. I appreciate it. Please just be open about everybody living and deceased, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm seeing somebody that's a J or G initial. Do you have family or someone close to you that's a J or G?
Yeah, J.
Is it a male or female?
Female.
Female J with an... Is there an N in the name if you spell it out, or an L in it?
N.
Is it like Joan or Joanne or Jean or Jan?
Close. It's
Janet?
Janet.
Janet?
Mm-hmm.
And is she deceased?
Yes.
Is this family to you?
Yes.
Is it your sister or your mom?
My mom.
Your mom.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom says, hey. Your mom says hi. Your mom never said hey.
Hi.
Your mom never said hey. She's saying hi.
Okay.
And she's showing me the flowered something. Either the flowered dress, the flowered apron, or the garden. Why is she showing me flowers?
I planted a memorial garden over the summer.
For your mom. Okay.
Yeah, for her
It's
and someone else.
Okay, so it's the garden. So what was it for her and your dad, or a man?
Close. Another man, yeah.
But was it someone connected to you or to her?
To me.
Was it a husband
No.
or a brother? Who was it? Your brother.
It was my father-in-law.
Oh, your father-in-law. Okay. She is thanking you for the garden. I'm not
nice.
saying that the other man isn't grateful. I just don't know that I know him.
Okay.
But who's Ed or Edward or...
Ed or Edward? I can't think
or
of anybody.
Is there anybody that's...
offhand.
Is there anyone that's an R or D or R or B?
I have a cousin that's a Robert.
Robert. Who's that? Is he living?
Yeah.
Was he at the memorial?
No.
Okay. I don't think that's it. But I'm just wondering if there was an Edward around your father-in-law that you don't know.
Luke, was there an Edward around your dad? Anybody like Edward? I don't think so.
Or a last name or a middle name?
Or a last name?
Or a middle name? Okay.
I can't think of anybody.
Okay.
I mean, we used to know an Edward a long time ago, but it was a family friend.
Is he deceased?
Yeah.
I think Edward is here. You know what? I don't choose who comes. I just say what I get, and even if it might not have been as close a connection as your mom, I feel that. And there's also an M. And
Oh, I do have a close person, but it's not Edward. It is an E, though.
is it
And that makes sense with the M.
what starts with E and is the person starts with an M, or there's an M in the name?
No, the first one is E, and the second person would be M. That would make sense.
Okay, is it a female E or male E?
Male E.
Is it E with an R in it or an L in it?
Yes.
What, ER?
ER.
Like Eric, or
Uh-huh.
is it Eric or Ernest?
No, Ernest.
Who is that?
That's my grandfather. That's my
That's
mom's
who I think
dad.
I was getting. I was getting the E with the R in it, and I think I was confusing Edward with Ernest, because if I get an E name, those names could confuse me. And the M is a female, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is she spelled M-A-R?
Yes.
Like Mary or Margaret or Marie or Marion?
Margaret.
Margaret?
Margaret.
Is that your grandma?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Was she married to Ernest?
Yes.
They're here too. So
Okay.
they're all thanking you for, well, your mom is thanking you for the beautiful flowers in the garden, and she wants you to know that when she comes to visit you, her symbol will be the flower.
Okay.
So there must be a special flower that you have planted that she loved.
I planted roses, but I didn't want like average red roses.
I was going to say roses. I really was.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, thank you so much for calling.
Can I ask a question?
You know what? I would love to, but I only have a few minutes, and there's more people that are trying to get in.
Okay.
Okay, but you're welcome
you
to
very much.
set up an appointment. Go to char.net, char.net, and set up a real appointment. You guys, I'm doing private sessions over the phone.
Okay.
You can call. It would be my honor and my pleasure, and then we wouldn't be rushed by other people. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Take care.
Okay.
Okay. Next. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for calling. Just be open about everybody living and deceased, okay?
All right.
Okay. I'm seeing somebody that's an A or M initial. Do you have family that's an A or an M?
An A.
Is that
yes.
a female?
Yes.
Is it spelled A-N?
Yes.
Like Anne or Anna?
Yes.
Is that
Annalise?
Annalise? Is this your mom, your grandma? Who is this?
This is my aunt.
Your aunt. And is she deceased?
Yes.
And were you like another daughter to her, or you were close to her?
Yes.
Yeah, because she's around you. Was she one of your best people?
Yes.
Did you summon her today to connect with you? Were you thinking of her?
I think of a lot because they're all.
Okay, and then
They've all
also.
moved on. Yeah.
Okay, and then also, is there a J or G person?
J.
A male?
Mm-hmm.
A J-O? Or J-A?
J.A.
Like James or Jack?
James.
James, is that your dad or your grandpa?
My husband.
Oh, your husband. I'm so sorry. Is he deceased, James?
Yes.
Oh, James is here. Oh, he's the one you summoned.
A lot. A lot of
Yeah.
times, yeah.
Yeah. Why is he showing me a ring? Do you wear his ring? Was there a lost ring or something?
Well,
Okay.
I have his ring.
Do you wear his ring? No. I don't know.
No, but I'm thinking of putting it together
And to your
to
ring.
make it. Yes.
That's what he knows you're going to do that. He likes that. And here's the other thing. He's saying that when he visited you at night, you felt him.
Yes.
Did you think he was alive for a minute? Did you forget he crossed over? Did you
Yes.
wake up in the middle of the night and you felt him?
Yes.
That was him.
I know.
And did you feel like
Yeah.
somebody sit on the bed or touch you?
I just felt it was very close. Very close. I can't really describe it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just felt his presence.
He wants you to know that he saw the white light when he crossed. He saw the white light. Do you have does the sun come through your window in your bedroom?
Yes.
Is there
Well,
a little place where it streams through? Like by the shutter or by the I don't know why he's showing me a white light coming through a window.
well, sometimes when there's full moon, the light shines in. And then when the sun is rising from the east, the sun comes in through the window on the east side of the house into the bedroom.
I just feel like he wants you to know that he's watching over you and protecting you and that you need to stay in the white light. Do you pray?
To the universe.
Yeah, to the universe.
Yeah.
And do you keep yourself in a white light of protection?
No.
It's important to do that.
I don't think so.
Still angry that he crossed?
Very.
Because he says you yell at him all the time.
He says what? I'm sorry?
That you yell at him all the time for dying. You're mad at him.
I do. I'm very
He
angry
says
at him.
he's walking on eggshells around you. Yeah, it's like he wants you to know he hears you, and it's like, honey, I'm building a house for us over on the other side, and it's going to be heavenly. It's a heaven house, a heavenly house, and that you need to know that you'll be with him again one day, but he's sorry he left you, and he knows how upset you are. But he said, but you really yell at him, and you yell at him out loud.
I do.
In your house.
I do.
I know.
It's a stressful house right now.
Well, you need to change your attitude, and you need to know he's peaceful, and you need to know it hurts his feelings, and he couldn't help it. And he's sorry that he crossed. But he wants you to live your life, because life is a school and we're here to learn lessons. And you know what? We're all going to end up on the other side one day anyway. And let's hope we all go to a nice neighborhood like he did, okay?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. God bless you. Thank you so much for calling. Everybody, thank you so much. That's
Thank
CharVision.
you.
Oh, my pleasure. That's CharVision for now. And I want to thank Christian for being here and sharing our evening with us. And I want to thank all of you for watching and listening. And remember, if you want a reading, you can go to char.net, char.net. And my new book's coming out in February 18th. You can pre-order it. It's called The Universe is Calling You. The foreword is like, I'm freaked out. It's amazing. RuPaul wrote an amazing foreword. Chris Colfer, God bless him, from Glee, who wrote also The Land of Stories, wrote an incredible blurb for me. And Michael Patrick King wrote an outstanding endorsement. Michael Patrick King from Sex and the City. So I promise you it's a good book. And I will see you next week on CharVision, and I will try to take callers again. And just remember, follow us on social media so you know what's going on. And remember, intuition will take you places logic never could. God bless you. Be well.